So soapbox derbies are kind of fun problems here. We've got a inclined plane, right? We know it's 53 feet long. What the first thing I then did, and they gave us the conversion, is I said, what is it, 3.28 feet is 1 meter. Because I want to just immediately convert that to meters, and I get 16.2 meters. You're going to need that. And then they said that our angle was 14 degrees. That's important. Because remember, if we've got the derby box up here, his acceleration down a ramp, because of course gravity is always downward. If we draw a graph like this and like this, the hypotenuse is gravity. This is 9.8. And 14 degrees, these are similar triangles, so that makes this 14 degrees. So you can find what this comes out to be. So as it turns out, the acceleration down a ramp is always g sine theta. So the acceleration is g sine of theta. So that's 9.8 times the sine of 14 degrees. My calculator told me that that was 2.37 meters per second squared. By the way, that's negative because it's going down the ramp. And I'm asked to solve for the final velocity, right? What is the maximum possible acceleration? This is the answer to A, isn't it? For B, it's what's the final velocity. So one of the kinematics equations is v squared, v2 squared equals v1 squared plus 2ad. You're solving for v2. You know v1 is 0, right, because it's starting at rest, plus 2 times negative 2.37. And the distance, depends on how I would just say it's negative 16.2. You might ask the question, I can't take, because I'm going to eventually take a square root, I can't take the square root of a negative number, so it all defines on your terms. But anyways, when you get all this, and you set that equal to v2 squared, super important, so the real answer is going to be the square root of this. And when you get the square root of this, in my case, with the numbers I got from my mastering physics, I get 8.76 meters per second after I do the whole square root thing.